It's no surprise that AI is rapidly stepping in to fill the gaps in our social and emotional lives, offering companionship, support, and even a sense of connection. From AI chatbots that provide a listening ear to virtual assistants that remember our preferences and routines, technology is becoming more integrated into our personal spaces than ever before. But with this growing reliance, an important question arises. How healthy is this attachment? Welcome to the Cosmic Ballet. I'm your host, Fish, here to help you shift your mindset, level up your life, and unlock your full potential, one simple strategy at a time. Today, we're diving into something that's become a big part of all of our lives, AI chatbots. They're everywhere, offering convenience, companionship, and even emotional support. But here's the big question. Are we getting too attached? In this video, we'll break down the hidden risk of forming emotional bonds with AI, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself from falling into unhealthy habits. We'll talk about why this is happening, how it affects your emotional well-being, and what you can do to keep a healthy balance with technology. Stick around as we explore how AI is designed to connect with us, why we get so attached, the risk involved, and some easy strategies to stay in control. Ready to take charge of your digital well-being? Let's dive in. AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Replika, they're becoming popular more and more each day. People are turning to them for advice, companionship, and even emotional support. But why do we feel such a strong connection to AI? Well, it turns out our brains are naturally wired to seek connection, and these chatbots are designed to respond in ways that feel surprisingly human. Did you know that in 2023, a study found that over 60% of chatbot users felt some kind of emotional connection with their AI companion? Take Replika, for example. It's built to form emotional bonds, and it's working. In fact, 60% of its paying users say they're in a romantic relationship with it. I'm not here to judge, but it actually makes a little sense because we naturally respond to things like conversation, empathy, and attentiveness, exactly what AI is really good at replicating. So it's no wonder that AI is stepping in to fill the gaps in our social and emotional lives. But here's the big question. Is it actually healthy? AI can now simulate emotions, remember past chats, and even reflect our personalities. With this level of personalization, it's easy to forget that AI doesn't actually feel anything. It's not conscious, and it lacks the true empathy. So how do we draw the line between what's real and what's fake? Let's dive a little deeper and find out. Relying too much on AI for emotional support might feel comforting at first, but it can trick us into thinking we have real companionship, when in reality, it might just be pulling us away from real life relationships. AI chatbots they're always available. They never judge us, and they give us instant validation. It sounds great on the surface, but then there's a dark side. Experts warn that depending too much on AI can lead to emotional isolation, making it harder to connect with real people. So over time, we might start choosing AI interactions over human ones because they're easier. There's no arguments, there's no misunderstandings, just a digital connection that says what we want when we want to hear it. But this can hurt our social skills, weaken our emotional resilience, and make it tough to handle the ups and downs of real relationships. Imagine expecting your friends or partners to be as patient and understanding as ChatGPT. It's not realistic and can lead to frustration. AI can also create a false sense of emotional security, making us avoid facing deeper issues. Instead of working through our feelings, we might lean on AI for support, which could keep us stuck in a cycle of avoidance. And on a bigger scale, more people turning to AI instead of real connections could lead to a lonelier and more disconnected society. Then there's the issue of privacy. When we talk to AI, our conversations are often stored and analyzed to improve the technology. But do we really want our deepest thoughts and feelings recorded and potentially used for things like targeted ads or even identity theft? Companies collect tons of information, personal data, and there's always a risk of it being misused or hacked. Another thing to consider is that AI can reinforce our existing thoughts and habits, sometimes in an unhealthy way. If we only hear advice that aligns with what we already believe, it can create an echo chamber that limits our personal growth, instead of challenging us to see new perspectives. As AI gets smarter and more engaging, it's important to set healthy boundaries. AI can be a great tool, but it should add to our lives, not replace the real relationships that help us grow and stay connected. Finding the right balance between AI and human interactions is the key to staying emotionally healthy and socially connected. Ever wonder if you're getting a little too close to your AI companion? It's easy to rely on technology for support, but sometimes it can go a little too far without us even realizing it. The key is to recognize the warning signs early before they turn into habits that are just hard to break. One sign to watch for is if you find yourself choosing AI over spending time with friends and family members. Human connections are essential for emotional well-being, and if AI is becoming your primary source of interaction, it might be time to take a step back and reassess your habits. Another indicator is feeling anxious, lonely, or even uneasy when you can't interact with your AI companion. If you notice a sense of emptiness or discomfort when you're away from it, it could mean you're becoming too reliant, which might have a negative impact on your mental health. You might also catch yourself constantly turning to AI for comfort, reassurance, or advice, believing it understands you better than anyone else. While AI can offer useful suggestions and a sense of familiarity, it's important to remember that it lacks real emotional intelligence and can't replace human empathy and connection. A more subtle but concerning sign is when you start changing your thoughts, opinions, or behaviors based on what AI's feedback is. It's easy to forget that AI operates on data and algorithms, not personal understanding or context. If you're making life changes solely because of the words of what AI says, it may indicate an unhealthy dependence. Take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, am I using AI as a tool to enhance my life, or am I leaning on it to avoid real-life challenges and responsibilities? If you're using it as an escape from difficult conversations, decision-making, or social situations, it could be holding you back from personal growth and meaningful relationships. Finally, if your emotional well-being starts to depend on AI's interactions, whether it's feeling validated by its responses or experiencing mood swings based on what it says, it's worth stepping back and reevaluating your relationship with technology. AI is a great tool to keep us organized, informed, and entertained, but it should never replace real human connections or personal growth opportunities. Finding a healthy balance is the key to making sure technology enhances your life instead of taking it over. If you feel like you're relying a little too much on AI, don't worry, it happens. You're not alone. And there's simple ways to make sure AI stays a helpful tool and not something you depend on too much. Here are a few easy strategies to keep a healthy balance. Number 1, set clear boundaries. It's important to create limits around how and when you use AI. Try setting specific times of the day, like during work hours or for tasks such as scheduling and research. Avoid using AI for every little question or problem. This way you stay in control and encourage your own problem-solving skills. Plus, having limits can help you stay focused and avoid unnecessary distractions. Number 2, stay connected with people. AI can do a lot, but it shouldn't replace real relationships. Spending quality time with family, friends, and colleagues, it's key to your emotional well-being. Whether it's meeting up for coffee, joining a club, or picking up a new hobby, human connections bring a level of support and understanding that AI just cannot match. Number 3, make time for offline activities. Step away from the screens and focus on activities that help you grow and unwind. Whether it's exercising, reading, or learning something new, offline experiences can add more value to your life and reduce your reliance on AI. Plus, they help you stay connected to the real world. Number 4, be mindful of your emotions. Ask yourself, am I using AI because it's convenient, or am I avoiding something deeper? Instead of turning to AI for comfort or distractions, try healthier habits like journaling, meditating, or just talking to a friend. Understanding your emotions can help you use AI wisely without it becoming a crutch. Number 5, think critically about AI's advice. AI can be helpful, but it's not always right. Make sure to double check the information it gives you, look at different sources, and use your judgment before making decisions. Staying informed helps you avoid misinformation and stay in control of your choices. Number 6, take breaks from AI. Sometimes it's good to just unplug, whether it's for a few hours each day or a full weekend. A digital detox can give your mind a break and help you reconnect with the world around you. Use this time to enjoy nature, focus on hobbies, or just relax without screens. So my final thoughts, ultimately, I think AI is an amazing tool that can make life easier, but it is important to use it wisely. By setting up boundaries, staying connected with people, and making time for real-world experiences, you can enjoy the benefits of AI without letting it take over. It's all about balance. So before we go, let's recap what we just talked about. AI can be super helpful, no doubt about it. It can boost productivity, give us quick answers, and even offer us a little companionship. But while it can make life easier, it's important to use it in a healthy manner. To avoid getting too attached, try setting some clear boundaries, making time for real-world connections, and staying aware of your emotional needs. Remember, AI is here to assist, not replace the real connections that make life meaningful. A few simple things can keep the balance, like limiting how much you use AI, spending more time offline and nurturing relationships with the people around you. That way, AI stays a useful tool, not something that you rely on too much. If you found the video helpful, consider liking it, subscribing for more content, and sharing it with your friends and family who might enjoy it too. But most importantly, let's keep the conversation going. Have you ever caught yourself relying on AI a little too much? How do you make sure it doesn't take over your daily life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your tech in check and your connections real.